Only an elected government can bring true reform, says Tariq Rahman. Sheikh Hasina has no right to politics until justice is served, says Sajiz.
Rainbow Paints, the color of joy.
Hello and welcome to the News24 English Bulletin. This is Sarah Mehzabin. Those were headlines.
শব্দের আরেক নাম একদম ইউনিক স্ট্রাকচারাল ডিজাইনের কসমিক ডো এর ওয়াল থিকনেস ও রিপ থিকনেস বেশি থাকা থেকে 50 বছরেরও বেশি কসমিক ডো নিশ্চিন্তে 50 বছর
Now the details. The Election Reform Commission led by Dr. Tofal Ahmed plans to recommend holding local government polls before the national election. They also propose conducting all elections on a single schedule to reduce cost. Speaking to senior journalists, they suggested reforms like updating electoral laws and punishing past offenders. The commission, chaired by Bodiul Alum Mojumdar, continues consultations with stakeholders to ensure fair elections and improved governance.
এই যে আমার ব্যাংক আরএফএল গ্যাস স্টোভ এর সায়েন্টিফিক নজল আর ব্রাশ বার্নার তাপকে সমানভাবে ছড়িয়ে খরচ বাঁচায় 25%।
আরএফএল গ্যাস স্টোভ নিরাপদ ও গ্যাস সাশ্রয়ী।
304 ফুড গ্রেড স্টেইনলেস স্টিলে তৈরি, যা নিশ্চিত করে জংবিহীন সিঙ্কের আজীবন নিশ্চয়তা।
আরএফএল কিচেন সিঙ্ক, স্বাস্থ্যকর কিচেনের চিরস্থায়ী সমাধান।
The newly formed Election Commission led by AMM Nasiruddin will take the oath tomorrow. Chief Justice Soyod Rifat Ahmed will administer the oath. Nasiruddin, a retired secretary, is appointed as the 14th Chief Election Commissioner. The other commissioners include former Additional Secretary MD Anwarul Islam Shorkar, retired District Judge Abdur Rahman Masood, former Joint Secretary Tahmida Ahmad, and retired Brigadier General Abdul Fazl Mohammad Sanaullah.
বিজলি কেবলস যে কোনো স্থাপনার বৈদ্যুতিক সংযোগকে রাখে নিরাপদ। এর স্কিন কোটেড ইনসুলেশন সম্পূর্ণ ফায়ার রিটার্ডেন্ট, তাই বিজলি কেবলস নিজেই নিজেকে নেভায়।
বিজলি কেবলস,
নিরাপদ আজীবন।
BNP acting chairperson Tariq Rahman warned that delayed elections would worsen the country's problems. Speaking virtually at Chuadanga District BNP's conference, they pledged to form a government with movement participants to drive reforms. Meanwhile, Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir stressed Tariq's leadership against fascism. The conference, held after 14 years of repression, saw jubilant leaders and activists with support extended to families of BNP martyrs.
এলো ইনস্ট্যান্ট মিল্ক পাউডার হ্যাপি কাউ, যেমন সাশ্রয়ী তেমনি পুষ্টিগুণে ভরপুর। আর এটা নিউজিল্যান্ডের গরুর দুধ। হ্যাপি কাউ, গরুর দুধের স্বাদ সবাই পাক।
Sergi Salom, General Secretary of the July Martyrs Memorial Foundation, stated that Sheikh Hasina and her associates have no political rights until justice is served for the July Revolution killings. Speaking at a financial aid distribution event for martyr families at the Borishal Shilpakala Academy, Alum warned against rehabilitating the regime's allies. Victims' families also demanded justice for the killings, while the government provided financial assistance to the families.
আমি এই চেয়ারে বসবো না।
বাচ্চু ভাই, এই চেয়ারকে ভয় পেও না। ডেন্টিস্টের পরামর্শে নাও নতুন কোলগেট অ্যাক্টিভ সোল, যা দাঁতের সমস্যা শুরু হওয়া মাত্রই থামিয়ে দেয়। না থাকবে ব্যথা, না থাকবে ভয়।
Youth and Sports Advisor Asif Mahmood Shoji Bhuiya urged doctors to provide input in the country's reform and restructuring efforts. Speaking at a seminar on the July Revolution at Dhaka Medical College, he criticized the past politicization of all sectors, including healthcare. He called for avoiding political interference in medicine, recalling how some doctors had supported the autocratic regime during student protests. Medical students and teachers shared their memories from that time. Finance advisor Salauddin Ahmed underscored the contribution of students in July movement, highlighting their courage in fighting injustice will inspire the building of a new Bangladesh. Speaking at a special exhibition organized by the World Bank in Capital, he praised the artwork depicting women's rights, educational reforms, secularism and social issues. The exhibition features over thousands artworks from across the country and will remain open until November 30.
In fact,
Commerce advisor Sheikh Bashiruddin assured efforts are underway to stabilize markets ahead of Ramadan. Speaking at an event in the capital on Saturday, he highlighted the government's focus on balancing supply and demand to ensure price stability. The event, organized by the Dhaka Reporters Unity DRU, also provided educational allowances to the children of deceased members. DRU President Syed Shukur Ali Shubho chaired the event. Protesting against a High Court order banning battery-operated rickshaws in Dhaka, drivers gathered to demand 7 reforms, including permits and charging stations. They warned of nationwide protest if their demands are not met within 7 days. Recently arrested drivers and seized rickshaws were also part of their appeal. The demonstration, which included rickshaw, van and e-bike unions, concluded at the Dhaka Reporters Unity after a march. Security was heightened to prevent disruptions. We'll be back after a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You are watching News 24 English Bulletin. A picnic trip turned into tragedy in Ghazipur when 3 students were electrocuted after the bus touched a power line. The students from Islamic University of Technology were on a year-end excursion with 450 others. 2 others were severely injured and later transferred to Dhaka for better treatment. The victims' 3rd-year mechanical engineering students were identified as Mujammal Hussain Naim, Mustaqim Rahman and Zubair Alum Saqib. Police are investigating the incident.
New Zealand Dairy, excellence in quality.
Speakers at the biennial conference organized by the Industrialist and Businessmen Welfare Foundation at the Bangladesh-China Friendship Conference Center highlighted the country's fragile economy, citing corruption and plundering by the previous government. They expressed concern over the dire state of the banking sector, with many banks unable to return customers' funds. The speakers called for collective efforts to improve the nation's economic development.
ব্যবসা পরিচালনা করতেছেন, থার্ড জেনারেশন কিভাবে
Russian President Vladimir Putin warned of hypersonic missile attacks of Ukraine following successful test of a new Oreshnik missile. Speaking in Moscow on Friday, Putin highlighted Russia's exclusive missile capabilities. He also expressed willingness to negotiate with US President-elect Donald Trump, though he stated that Russia would continue the war if no agreement is reached. Meanwhile, NATO has called an urgent meeting on Tuesday to discuss the escalating crisis.
গাড়িটা আমার প্রেজেন্ট, আমার ফিউচার, আমার হ্যাপি লাইফ। আইডিএলসি আমার ফাইন্যান্সিয়াল পার্টনার বলেই কার লোন আমার কাছে লাইফ ইনভেস্টমেন্ট।
Bangladesh struggled on day one at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua as dropped catches allowed the West Indies to reach 250 for 5 in 84 overs. However, spinners Mehdi Miraz and Tariqul Islam fought back late in the day, taking 2 crucial wickets. Earlier, Bangladesh's pacers missed the presence of the insured Nahid Rana as the West Indies partnership of 140 runs proved costly. That's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News24. Please stay with us.
যিনি আসছেন 2000